Podcast time!
Yay! Woo! Boom, 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 boom!
Today in the podcast, let's talk about counting the cost.
That's right.
The serial pooper, Tomb Raider, not related. My favorite part of the entire show.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's that.
The Dutch oven. Oh, Nikki, that's getting passed on for a promo.
Forever and ever and ever.
The Terminator and vampire spray.
You got a lot of good stuff.
I want you to know that the longer I think about it, the more the vampire spray feels like the single dumbest thing I've encountered in at least a week.
But I think if you, and again, once you hear about the vampire spray, if you were to go to the site and look at the other items, I bet you would find things that to you at this moment would seem even more ridiculous.
That could be.
So you just have to see what they do.
That's entirely possible, but I just want you to know from over here, when I look at it, I'm just like, man, you're killing me. There's so many overlapping layers of stupid.
Sure. Enjoy the podcast. Enjoy all of that. And remember, tomorrow, get ready. It's Obadiah's birthday.
Yeah, it is.
Please make sure to follow us on Radio U Riot on Facebook and YouTube, because we'll have a special Facebook Live tomorrow with some upcoming pumpkin items. We'll taste test quite a few, or as many as we can get through, for a special Riot Food Fight edition.
You going to be excited. You going to love it.
It's going to be a good birthday, hopefully, for Obi.
Yeah, it should be a good time, man. So we're going to hang out and
eat.
Do our show and eat.
We'll do it.
So, Thursday.
No, this will be more than we're normally used to.
Okay.
So it's more than a normal Thursday.
Maybe I'll cut back because normally I have 2 pieces of toast. Like maybe tomorrow I'll only have 1.
True. I think you need to eat something so your stomach's not empty.
Right.
Because then we're going to have a lot of stuff.
Oh, we are. And you know what? What with it being my birthday, I'm not going to lie to you. Some of the normal guardrails that I put up along the street
are gone.
They're completely gone, so it's entirely possible to find yourself in a ditch.
You're going to have a good day.
It is the riot.
Baby's crying. Nails on a chalkboard. Your girlfriend saying, "We need to talk." The worst of the riot. Yep, it really is that bad. On Radio U.
There's an old saying from a very wise man. Count the cost. You know what count the cost means? It means before you get something started, you sit down and think about how much it's going to cost. And Nikki, do you have what it takes to pay the price?
You're right. You need to think about it. That's very good to remember.
Okay. So when I sat down and I was like, okay, I need to quit drinking soda.
Yeah.
I counted the cost. And I was like, all right, there's going to be headaches. There might be shakes. There's going to be grumpiness. I even looked up a list. You could have nausea, like intestinal, whatever, like all this stuff. And I went through the list and I was just like, yeah, all right, I'm ready. I'm ready to do it, guys. I can do this. And so I've embarked on that journey. I did not experience all of those things. And I mean, I haven't been completely soda free. I had a 7-Up about 3 weeks ago. And then I had a little bit of Coke on Tuesday,
Monday when we made our Coca-Cola coffee.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I'm not, but I still consider myself soda free.
Sure.
So I'm like the smoker that hit a pipe somewhere. Just like, well, it doesn't count.
No, you're like
it's
that.
Not even that.
Walked through something somewhere.
Yes, walked through some secondhand smoke. So I still mostly consider myself soda free. But here's what I haven't been prepared for. Are the dreams.
You're still having dreams?
Last night I had this dream that I went out and I drank a bunch of soda and all of a sudden I was like, oh no.
How are you still dreaming about this?
I've been drinking this soda. I'm not supposed to drink soda. What have I done? Oh no. And it had grenadine in it.
Sure. And you love grenadine.
I do.
And your birthday's tomorrow, and you like to always sometimes celebrate.
I always, for birthdays and Christmas, get grenadine and soda, and I get to drink it. But no, I'm not having that for my birthday this year. And maybe that's what the dreams are about.
Could
Somewhere
be.
inside my brain is like, hey, guy.
It's like a clock that's like, hey, it's grenadine time.
I know what time it is.
Tomorrow's someone's birthday.
Where's my grenadine, son?
Oh, I'm sorry to hear you're still dreaming.
That was not on the sheet. It did not say, like, nausea, headaches, blurred vision, anger problems. Dreams.
Soda dreams. Not just dreams, but soda dreams.
Soda dreams? So listen, for the 1 in 1 million of you that haven't yet, don't start drinking soda, all right? It has the power to ruin your life.
Even months later.
It's so good, though, isn't it? Doesn't it just taste delicious?
Now that's Dream-Obi talking. As you're there trying to drink your pillow.
This pillow, it's almost there. I can kind of taste it.
With virtual reality, the possibilities are endless. It gives us the ability to live out any of our wildest dreams. So maybe we can use it to pretend the riot doesn't exist. The Riot on Radio U.
So just got a chance to see the new trailer for Tomb Raider.
So was this not the teaser one that came out yesterday or the day before, but was it the trailer?
I don't know, okay?
The teaser was like 15 seconds.
Okay, that's what I saw.
Okay.
And then, unless there was something else yesterday I didn't see, and then this. But this appears to have been released at somewhere around 1 a.m. Eastern, so that's 10 Pacific.
So that must be the full trailer? Yes. Or at least something beyond the teaser trailer?
It's 2 minutes long.
Yes, that's longer.
I mean, we got to call that a trailer, right? Like a teaser is 60 seconds, maybe 90.
No, that was 15 seconds.
Right. Well, that was a teaser for the teaser.
It's so confusing.
It is, but I just got a chance to look at the trailer, and you know what? It looks all right.
Looks pretty good.
It looks all right. Here's what I think the problem is, and it's the same problem they'll always have when they take something like Tomb Raider and they make it into a movie, is that there are multiple moments in that trailer that look exactly like the game.
Oh, really?
Which is, on the one hand, is like, hey, that's cool because, that's kind of what you want. The other side of it is like, I've seen this already. So,
but maybe for the portion of the audience who's not played Tomb Raider,
totally.
To them it looks nice and it's a nod, because sometimes when you have a movie based off a game, they don't even cover anything.
Well,
so it at least is showing something from the game.
The last Tomb Raider game, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and then the one before that, just Tomb Raider, where they have kind of rebooted the Tomb Raider franchise. I have thoroughly enjoyed both of those games. Like, I had a great time with them. And so the idea of them doing this, and there's rumors of a new Tomb Raider game that'll be out next year. Like, hey, I'm 100% on board. And aside from the first one, like Tomb Raider, the reboot was it was a little too gross. It got weirdly gross at time, where it was like, okay, a little overkill here, guys. We could back this down. So in the sequel, they really did back it down. But the story in that original reboot game, which I just said original reboot game.
That's okay.
Was actually very good.
Sure.
And it was kind of an origin story. And if that's the story they're going to tell, it looks good. Though I will say this. We need to, as a society, agree that we can't have any more scenes where a billionaire's child walks into the lobby of billionaire's building and introduces themselves as the person, and then the person at the front desk doesn't believe them.
You mean it's not believable?
We have to stop doing it. We did this in Batman. We've done it in, what was the Green Arrow, I think, had a scene like that. And Iron Fist has had a scene like that. And now, right there in the trailer for Tomb Raider is, first name, Lara, surname, Croft. What?
Hey, the writers lean on that, all right?
They gotta stop.
That's a nice way to introduce.
We have to stop. Let's agree that probably happens, and maybe that's exactly what would happen, but we've got to stop showing it. Spider-Man Homecoming was not an origin story. Let's cut these scenes out of these movies now.
That goat farm is looking more and more likely every day. It's the worst of the riot.
I want to say what's up to Jerome. He was first, but a lot of other people did sound off on the fact that there is a serial pooper, or they're calling them a mad pooper.
That's the term for this lady.
In Colorado. So it is a lady that's been caught on, video, out there running, and apparently she's got a real spot picked out where once a week, while she's in the middle of her run, she likes to...
she goes to the bathroom right on this same spot.
Let it go.
Now, she also brings paper towels because they have her on camera, and they say that basically the paper towels are tucked in like her pants, to almost like, oh, here's your toilet paper.
Well, you got to have something.
It's crazy.
Don't you? I mean,
it is super crazy.
Can't be guaranteed you're not going to need it.
So they've left signs posted for this lady to see, hey, this is indecent exposure since there's kids around. and you're doing that in the yard. So cops are being involved, and now they're trying to track down who this lady is.
Oh, my gosh.
When she's out on her run.
Here's what's amazing. Kids found her doing it, went inside screaming, "Oh, my gosh, we found there's a lady pooping."
To the mom, and the mom's like, what?
And so she said, "Are you really doing this?" And the lady said, "Yes, sorry." But thought it was just a one-time thing and the woman would be too embarrassed. But she says the jogger's been back once a week. And she says, look, there's public restrooms right over there.
That's the thing. Because at first you thought, well, maybe it's something medical. And you don't want to be too mean, like maybe she has a problem. But not if there's bathrooms just right across the way. You could totally use that.
So she put up a sign that says, to the female jogger that continuously uses our walkway as her toilet. And that's just the start for the sign. And she said that she actually saw the lady jogging past the sign a couple of times. And then, well.
So you know that she probably has seen it.
Oh, no, she's seen it.
Yeah.
And she went for it.
So now there's video if you happen to be in that area and want to help track down the mad pooper. Who does that? I have no idea. I can't even fathom it.
First off, I feel like I need more privacy than, the sidewalk.
I can't even go in a gas station. I mean, let alone the street outside.
Like, I understand that, running can get things moving.
Sure.
Okay. I get it. I'm a runner. I know what that's like. But I got to tell you, no.
This doesn't seem to scream at us that it's medical or an accident or something. Well, this seems like this is intentional.
Especially if she knows there's a bathroom nearby. I mean, I've been out for a run before where I've been like, you know what? I'm just going to slow down and head right over there. I'll go over there for a minute.
It's fine.
It's no reason. No reason. Don't worry about me.
But if she's...
They do have bathrooms over there, though.
It seems premeditated.
She's like, what is she getting up with a bran muffin? And she's like, I'm going to run back and forth in front of this house until that magic moment.
I don't know. Sorry to the family that lives there, because that's terrible.
And, again, with modern tech... You're going to get caught. If you keep doing something like that, you're going to get caught. I mean, sure, back in the day, you would have had to, hire somebody with a camera to hide in a tree, and they'd have to live there for a week before they get a blurry picture.
Footage of you. So what are you still doing it?
They know. By the end of today... She's found out.
Hopefully.
It's being spread everywhere. I mean, people in Thailand are looking at their friends like, are you that person? So this lady in Colorado, she's going to get busted. I can't wait to tell you all what her name is.
Once we find out, we promise to tell you.
Wish the worst of the riot would never end?
Everything that has a beginning has an end.
What is wrong with you? Get our daily podcast through iTunes, Google Play, or the Radio U app.
Maybe our first audio daily double.
I actually like doing an audio question in the morning. That's not a bad thing every so often.
So here's the deal. This is a TV theme song, and you have to tell me what TV show it's from. And don't think I picked an easy one.
Because this is in the news.
It is in the news. Did you see the news story about it?
I have not seen it yet.
Oh, my gosh. It's so ridiculous, especially if you watch the video
of what goes with it?
Oh, yeah, man. Okay, so we want to know what TV show this is from. Who's on the phone?
You've got Erica. She was first with the correct answer for the question of the morning.
Erica, what's your answer?
It's the Mustache Detective Magnum PI.
You are correct.
And I've heard Magnum PI. I guess I just didn't connect it. But congratulations, Erica. Have a good morning.
Thanks, you too.
Bye-bye.
As someone who grew up with their face glued to a screen, I mean, I know who Magnum PI is, though I can tell you I've never seen it.
I just remember, wasn't always a Ferrari as well?
He's got a Ferrari?
Yeah.
He wears a Hawaiian shirt?
Was it in Hawaii?
And it's Tom Selleck, and he's got a big old mustache.
So are they remaking it or something, or what's the news?
No, it's so much worse than that you don't even know. Saturday at the Tigers game, it was Comerica Park. It was Star Wars night. So they were asking everybody to dress up as Star Wars characters, right? But a group of 45 men showed up dressed as Magnum PI.
Why? What's the connection?
Well, because it was a bachelor party. And so if they didn't know? No, they knew.
They knew.
But they all showed up. First off, who has 45 people at their
bachelor's
party?
That's amazing.
And second, you got all 45 of them to dress up as Magnum, so they all have these red Hawaiian shirts on. And for those that did not have a mustache, they glued one on. So this group of 45 men were kicked out of the game on Saturday night.
What for?
For behaving like Magnum.
Well, wait.
Because, Nikki, in the 80s, it was okay to, say things to women. But
that might fall under the harassment category nowadays.
Like, then it was okay. Now maybe it's not for you to have your Hawaiian shirt open with your creepy mustache talking to the ladies.
Maybe people didn't realize it was Magnum, like Magnum PI. Like
You're saying if they knew, they would have felt great about it. If they knew the context
of the show, they would have found the humor in it.
That may be true. So they were all asked to leave when they were
all 45. I mean, that's a section. That's a section of seats.
That's not just a few people.
Not something you wouldn't notice.
The Tigers say that, look, they were kicked out because they broke the guest conduct rules. And so I guess some of them refused to show their
ID?
Their tickets when they were asked, which they're supposed to do that. And let's see, what else do they have here? It says that they were speaking inappropriately to women, catcalling.
Oh, come on, guys.
And there's one other thing they did that got them kicked out. They said...
it seems like that was enough.
Well,
But it's worse is if you are, out of the 45 people there, the one who's acting just fine.
You're just sitting there like...
Maybe you happen to wear a red shirt that day, a Hawaiian shirt, and you have a mustache, but they think you're in the party.
Like, sir, I'm not a part of... Oh, yeah. Right. You're not with these guys. You're right.
You had a bad choice of wardrobe that evening.
I totally believe you, all right? I'm really sorry about this mix-up.
You're the friend that's like, well, you're just there, but you're not drinking, and you're being quiet, but you've got to get... you're kicked out too.
Well, you know what? There were probably one or two in that bunch, Nikki, but they were a little too rowdy for the Tigers game. Magnum PI hoot.
Who does that? Who thought that one up?
I mean, ironically, sure. But even that, doing it ironically feels 5 years too late.
The Riot talks about wanting a day off, but when do we get a day off from them?
Whoa! You suck at this!
It's the worst of the Riot on Radio U.
Do I love college football? Yes, I do! I do love college football.
Always have, you always will.
It's wonderful, Nikki. Do I like virtual reality? Yes, I do!
There's a lot you're liking here in this story.
Yeah, see, no haterade. Except for what Fox Sports is opening up and pouring all over me. Because they have announced that this weekend, through the Fox Sports VR app, you're going to get an opportunity to watch Notre Dame and Michigan State play this Saturday night at 8 o'clock.
So is that where it'll feel like you're in the stadium or like you're just watching a camera angle?
Well, the idea, as I understand it, is that it will make it feel like you are sitting in a luxury suite watching the game. Now, that's one of the options. So it'll feel, you can look like you're way up high looking down on the game, but you can also switch through multiple camera angles if you want to watch the game. I continue to think that if done correctly, and especially when VR gets better, VR is good, but like the resolution is still a lot lower, say, compared to your eyes.
Sure, there's still some work to do.
It's going to grow and get better, but I think that live events in virtual reality is one of the most interesting things that virtual reality will be able to give us. Like, hey, I want to go to the symphony. I was able to sit in the symphony, or I was able to sit at this basketball game with courtside seats.
Well, I could see this being especially popular for NFL games.
Yeah.
Not just college football, but I think more for NFL.
I mean, arguably, the dirty little secret in this mix will be that, hey, sitting in a stadium watching a football game sucks compared to watching it on TV.
But if you were doing it at home, but it felt like you were in the stadium, you didn't have the traffic, you didn't have all the waiting, you didn't have all the other people around you, like it could actually be an enjoyable experience.
I get what you're saying.
You're at home, you're in your own comfy clothes. But you didn't have to leave.
Even the camera angle's no good. The last time I went to an Ohio State game, it was 2 years ago. First off, it was like 18 degrees.
Yeah.
Second, sitting where we were sitting, you found yourself sometimes like, do you know what happened?
You couldn't tell.
Like I saw, like the ball was something, like they definitely moved. But I don't know what happened.
If you don't like that, then you could stay at home and have a virtual experience. Or if you do like all the craziness and the fun with it,
sure,
then you can still go to a game.
Well, this is the part that stinks, is that if you have, let's see, it's going to work on the Samsung virtual reality thing. It will work on, that's Gear VR, the Dream VR, or whatever Google calls theirs. And there's even an iOS app for VR, but like...
Why no Oculus Rift?
No Oculus Rift, no HTC Vive. It doesn't support home-based systems. So, like, your way more expensive, much better home virtual reality setup.
Can't even do it.
Can't do this.
Well, that's a shame.
That's where the haterade comes in. Pour it all over me, Fox Sports. Go ahead. I could even sign up through a cable subscription if I had to. They don't care.
Sorry
They're not
to hear
interested.
this.
That's a bummer, man. I want to try it, even if it was just to come in and tell you guys how much I didn't like it. I still want to be able to try it, but I can't. So I'm going to have to settle for watching Notre Dame, Michigan State on my 60-inch TV. I hate it here. This world sucks. I might have to pause it and rewind the parts I want to see again while I have access to 4 different bathrooms and snacks. What an injustice.
I don't even know how you're doing it.
The Riot believes in truth, justice, the American way, and high-speed internet. No, faster. Radio U.
You know how people use the same word, but they mean different things? For example, when I say Dutch oven, what do you think about when I say that?
I don't know.
I think you do know, Nikki. I think you do. Could you describe to us what you think when I say
No.
Dutch oven?
No. Because I think that's something.
Well, what do you think it is?
I don't know. I don't want to say it out loud.
Nikki, what does Dutch oven mean to you?
I'll text it to you.
Don't Google it and don't text it. You get over here and tell me. I want you to say out loud what you think a Dutch oven is.
I don't even know. No, I think it's a cooking thing.
Okay, are you ready? This is what Nikki just texted me.
Isn't that what it is? I think because Eric said it once.
Wait, are you telling me that at your house right now you have a Dutch oven?
I don't know. I don't know.
Have you experienced a Dutch oven, Nikki?
No, I haven't. I don't know, but he said I thought that was a similar word for it.
Okay, let me see if I can read this in my Nikki voice. Is it when you fart under the blanket and keep the person under there?
Isn't that what that is? Like a joke? Or what word is that?
Okay, Izzy just texted us and says, I was actually thinking of an oven until Nikki burst out laughing.
So it's not an oven. What is your story concerning it?
It's about Dutch ovens, Nikki.
So what is a Dutch oven?
They just had the International Dutch Oven Society's World Championship.
Which also works with what I thought it was. Oh, I have a Dutch oven. I don't even want to say it anymore. I'm going to look up the Urban Dictionary.
Nikki's got a Dutch oven.
No, I'm looking up the Urban Dictionary.
The idea of you holding Eric under the blankets like, you're not getting out.
Oh my gosh. That is the Urban Dictionary version of it.
What?
That is when you trap someone under the bed covers. I don't want to talk about that.
No, I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, Nikki, but I was talking about the Dutch oven, you know, the little...
It's a pot, like a soup sort of pot or a casserole thing or something you make a holiday meal in.
Lisa and Caitlin Blodgett, that's a mother and daughter team. They won the world championship Dutch oven competition. Are you going to make it?
No, I'm just going to turn the fan on here now. It's fine.
So see, Nikki, it has two meanings.
It does. It does.
There's what you think.
Trap the heat in.
There's what you think a Dutch oven is, and then what the World Dutch Oven Society thinks it is.
Theirs is different, and they don't appreciate our other version of it.
I don't understand why you're so disgusting.
Because I'm just mortified.
We can't even have a straightforward Dutch oven segment on this show without...
Because Everything sounds bad when you're talking about the actual Dutch oven competition. It all works for the other term of Dutch oven.
Have you guys had a Dutch oven competition?
I don't want to. It just sounds terrible.
You and Eric
I don't want to talk anymore.
Taking turns? No, this is my Dutch oven?
Can't stand it.
No, it's my Dutch oven's the best.
Okay.
All right. I was going to escalate, but we'll stop.
Want to know what the Riot is doing right now? Follow them on Instagram and Twitter at riot.radiou.com. It's the worst of the Riot on Radio U.
So let's talk Terminator?
Yeah, Nikki, let's talk about it.
How
How many times have you seen the Terminator franchise?
The whole movie?
Yeah.
Never.
No. So have you seen any of the movies?
No, none of the movies.
None of them ever?
I've probably watched snippets and clips of it, but I've not watched any of them whole way through.
So you don't even get the Sarah Connor jokes at all?
No, I know Sarah Connor's a character in the movie. I get that.
All right. Well, I mean, that's something, I guess.
And there's like a motorcycle with a shotgun thing, and
that's
Terminator
the arm. 2.
Yeah, but I get snippets of it.
Yeah, Terminator 2. I watched a couple weeks ago.
I'm doing the show with you,
and it. You know what? I had some friends that hadn't seen it. I was like, let's watch it.
Yeah.
And it's aged pretty well. What I think's funny about it is that movies have gotten so big that it feels small.
Sure.
Even though almost aside from the liquid metal guy, everything in that movie is a practical effect. So like when they're blowing stuff up, that is not like they blew it up. It's real.
Whereas now it'd be like, well, they blew it up in the mind of the editing room.
Yeah, it's different. But so they have made a lot of Terminator movies, and they keep trying. They're like, this is the start of a new... Terminator 3 was going to be the start of a new trilogy. Terminator 4 was going to be the start of a new trilogy. Terminator 5 was going to be the start of a new franchise.
Was that the most recent one?
Yeah. And that one's... They tried really hard, but that is a rough movie.
It did so bad that I thought afterwards they said, well, that's it. We're taking a break.
Now, Nikki, have you ever known Hollywood to be like, we should stop?
Well, I think they should, but are they going to do something else now? Then they lied.
Well, here's what they say. They say that Schwarzenegger is back. The big hook is that James Cameron is going to produce these movies. He's the guy that wrote and directed the first one and the second one. Those are the money makers. Those are the reason why everybody thinks they can still make these movies. So they're going to bring him back, and he's going to, I guess, executive produce, but not direct, because he has to make 14 Avatar movies that people have lost interest in. So that's what he's doing right now.
He's busy.
Yeah. But Schwarzenegger is back, and here's the big news, is that last night, Linda Hamilton has said that she's coming back. At least that's what she said.
Was she the lady in the movie?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So she's going to come back. She was in the first movie and the second movie.
Is this a prequel to all that, or is this still like, the sixth movie in the line of it?
I don't know.
Like in the future?
They haven't said like what it will mean. Like, will it be a reboot, a remake, a sequel?
Why don't you try to have all the people in? Like, wasn't Christian Bale in one, and then there was someone else? Like, you should get everybody in.
Call it Terminator All-Stars.
Something like that.
All the stars of every movie come back.
And there's like this big epic battle.
Yeah, the one guy that
then you don't have to worry about the story being too good because, you've got all this going on.
I think it's fantastic. It's just a big versus movie.
And somehow Mark Wahlberg stops in.
And Optimus Prime.
And Optimus Prime, and suddenly there's a Terminator movie.
And it's about how in the future the Autobots rescue us from the Terminators.
Perfect.
It makes perfect sense. Or what if Cybertron is future Earth and Optimus Prime is actually a descendant of Skynet?
It would answer a lot of questions.
Oh, no.
And then you could throw in Vin Diesel for just some kicks.
I want you to know right now, Vin Diesel, Mark Wahlberg, Terminator, and Optimus Prime.
And The Rock.
Perfect.
And Bruce Willis. It's like, what was the one movie with Stallone? With all the older people in it? The Expendables. It's like that, but Terminator.
That movie that we just came up with, that's the one I want to see.
Fixes the problem, right?
Anyway, it's called Termination.
Hello?
Instead of Terminator? Come on. Termination.
That's perfect.
It is. It's awesome. All right.
Well, it's good.
You know what? It's a toll-free number, 877-2-RADIO-U.
Did
Producers,
we miss anybody?
Call us. Of course, you'll just steal the ideas so you don't have to pay us for it. But you know what? I consider that our gift to mankind.
We knew we came up with it.
Fixed it.
Send your complaints regarding that worst of the riot moment to Fire Obadiah at RadioU.com.
Think about your favorite sports team. And if you don't like sports, think about your favorite franchise. Do you like Terminator? We're sorry. Okay, whatever. But think about it. We
get what you mean. Find the thing that you like.
That thing that you like. Is everybody who likes the thing that you like, are they all the same? Are they all the same gender? Is their skin all exactly the same shade? Do they all come from the same background? Do they all listen to the same music? Do they all wear the same shirt? Do they all have to eat the same food? No. It's a ridiculous idea. It's crazy. But I'll tell you what, when I start talking about Jesus, here's what you think. You meet one person that knows something about Jesus, and you think, I can't ever be like that person, so I can never, ever have a relationship with God. No, ridiculous. Not all fans of something have to wear the same shirt. We don't all have to be the same way. Okay? I want you to know that. And it's important because I've even experienced this. As someone who has a relationship with Jesus, sometimes I get around other people who know Jesus and I'm like, I'm not as good as that person. I'm not as great as them. I'm not as this. I'm not as that. And here's something I really, really, really hope I can somehow get through to you, is that it's not about me and it's not about that person. It's actually about Jesus. Jesus is the one that we're following. And you know what? You could have met somebody who says, I'm a Christian, I know Jesus, and they're a huge jerk. Or what if they're hugely inconsistent? What if sometimes they're a huge jerk, but in other circumstances, they're super nice? Well, what do you do then? And then on and on and on. Look, people are jerks. People are inconsistent. People wear ugly clothes. People wear beautiful clothes. People, people are just people. And they're different. And it doesn't matter what they're a fan of. You're going to find a huge variety of people. What I want you to know is that there's room for someone just like you in a relationship with Jesus. You don't have to be like me. You don't have to be like Nikki. You don't have to be like somebody else. You can be you and have a relationship with God. Now, when you start a relationship with God, is he going to teach you things? You might change a little bit. I have certainly changed, but for the better. I think I'm nicer. I think I've learned. I still get mean. See, are you getting what I'm saying, though? You got to stop thinking about people and start looking at who God is, because God is what it's all about. It's not even about you. You'll make mistakes. God is still God, and he still loves you. If you don't have a relationship with him, do me this favor. Get to know him for who he is and not who everyone says he is or who someone pretends that he is. Just between the two of you, real deal right now, real thing. Say, Jesus, I want that. I want a relationship with you. I want to know who you really are. Come into my life. Fill me with your spirit. I want to know you. That is a great place to jump off from.
I know. You hate the Riot. Why are they on the radio?
Stupid. Yeah.
Honestly, we can't trust them with anything else. It's the Riot on Radio U.
You know how some things are stupid and then someone's like, no. Way dumber than you think. Okay. Goop. You know what Goop is, Nikki?
The one person's
Gwyneth
blog,
Paltrow?
yes, of expensive, healthy things that we should be doing for a better us.
Okay, so they sell something called vampire repellent. And I was like, what with Halloween coming up, that's funny. And I even saw it's for kids. So my thought was okay, trick or treat. Kids are going out. They're scared of the monsters. But mommy comes in and sprays them with repellent so they don't have anything to be afraid of.
So it's a funny joke, but not real.
It's so much worse than that.
Do they sell it?
Yes,
I'm afraid
they do.
to ask for how much.
Okay, when I say vampire, what do you think?
Well, I think
because as Dutch Oven told us earlier today, sometimes words have different meanings for different people.
No, I think, it's probably some sort of garlic spray or something like that. But I think, normal vampire stuff.
Vampires, they're afraid of the light, or of course, maybe they sparkle. Whatever, but, they're bloodsuckers, right? Nikki, that's not the kind of repellent that they're selling at Goop. It contains ruby, rosemary, juniper, lavender, and then crystals that have been charged with Reiki power.
Yeah.
So it will strengthen your child's aura.
Oh, whoa.
So that when people come around and try to suck life off of them.
Oh, then they can. Oh, my gosh. That sounds a little pretentious.
Negative teachers, negative students, negative parents.
Well, the kid can be the negative source.
Negative people, right? And what this does is this is going to create an aura of power around them to prevent that
from that
happening.
entering their body. Wow, that's something.
Man,
that's a different world.
You know, it's funny. After Twilight, I didn't think we could make vampires any lamer, but going from Dracula, the Dark Prince, that we have to journey to Transylvania, to into the heart of darkness to kill, to now vampires are negative parents. Are you kidding? Is there anything less threatening than a negative helicopter parent?
That's it.
That's what a vampire is now. So we've gone from holy water,
Not
stakes,
just parents,
and crosses.
but a negative influence around the person's life.
Listen, I'll tell you how you deal with a vampire, all right? You put a stake through their heart, and then you have to cut their head off.
Shouldn't be eating steak that much.
And you have to separate the head from the body.
That's right. That doesn't work anymore now.
You can also take that body. Well, once you separate the head, the curse is usually lifted, so you don't have to worry about putting them out in the sun, but you could also throw them in the sun.
And they'll burn up.
That's how you get a vampire, not rosemary spray.
How much is this quartz rosemary concoction?
It's $30 a bottle, and the bottle contains 3.4 ounces. Oh, my gosh.
People have different lives. It's fine.
Nikki,
they have different worlds.
We should be selling stuff like this.
That's where you make some money.
Do you know how much? Apparently, there's money in, oh gosh, I can barely stand saying it, vampire spray.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it doesn't make a lot of money. Maybe it doesn't.
No, I don't buy that.
We don't buy that. We don't buy it, but others might buy it.
And that's what I'm saying.
Others are like, it's only $30. I'm going to add this to my other arsenal of sprays to get germs off.
It's just an add-on item.
Yeah, it's fine.
You know, you get your kid out, you spray them down with Lysol, bleach.
Oh, yeah, that's true. The other opposite end of the spectrum is someone's using this vampire spray. The other mom is like, I just use Lysol. It's fine.
Hang on, I got to spray you with vampire repellent.
I know it's going to burn, but that means it's working.
I don't want to go to school. Mom says there's vampires at school.
Thanks for listening to the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Oh no, I missed it. Do it again.
You can hear us live every day on the Radio U network through the Radio U app or at riot.radiou.com.
Well, this is crap.